Okay, so moving on to our next topic, the torque. So, have you ever wondered why our door hinges and its doorknob placed near opposite edges of the door? So, we will try to answer that question as we go through our discussion of torque. Okay, so torque is a quantity that measures the tendency of a force to rotate an object about its axis. So, it measures the force dito kay torque natin. So, we have three objectives here. Then, at the end of this lesson, you are expected to first discuss the concept of torque by relating it to its real-life application. Second, discuss the concept of torque using its formula. And third, you must be able to calculate and determine the magnitude and direction of torque respectively, of course, using its formula again. Now, just a review. So, previously we tackle about the moment of inertia, which is the property of an object to resist any change in its rotational state of motion. Ngayon naman, ang pag-uusapan natin si torque. It is the quantity that measures the tendency of a force to rotate an object about some axis by a vector. So, sa moment of inertia, it measures the object to resist rotational motion or resist from being stopped when it is rotating. So, sa moment of inertia, nag-focus tayo dun sa object itself. Pagdating naman dito kay torque, ang mini-measure niya is the tendency of a force to rotate an object. Kumbaga, if we're going to relate it somehow in real life, kunwari, yung object or subject is the concept of the moment of inertia and yung nagpapaikot is the concept of torque. Okay, so how to make an object turn or rotate? We have to apply a torque. So torque is needed when you need a force to rotate an object. It is the quantity that measures the tendency of a force to rotate an object. But torque is different from force. Makikita natin mamaya bakit. Okay, so let's proceed to some real-life application of this concept. Sabi natin kanina yung door. Bakit yung hinge niya at yung doorknob nasa opposite side, located sa opposite side. So, every time we open the door, we turn on a faucet, or we tighten a nut with a wrench, we are exerting a force. And torque is produced by this turning force and they tend to produce rotational acceleration. So take note nyo ha, torque is different from force. So magkaiba sila. Force tend to make things accelerate, torques produce rotation. So ayan. You always have to remember that when we talk about torque, it always produces rotation. So, specified si torque sa papaikot, sa pagpapa-rotate. Okay. So, a torque is produced when a force is applied. Sabi natin kanina, magkaiba ang torque at force. So, nakakabuo tayo ng torque, I should say, when there is a force applied with what we call the leverage. So, meron tayong tinatawag na leverage. So, ano natin ito mamaya? We'll discuss further with this later on. So, we use leverage when we use a claw hammer to pull a nail from a piece of wood. And the longer the handle of the hammer, the greater the leverage. Of course, ito yung tinatawag nating leverage. So the longer, edi the greater din the leverage. So ngayon, proceed na tayo kung paano i-calculate si torque. So we use the formula torque is equal to force times the lever arm. Okay, the force here is this one. So this is the force. Ito yung force natin. And of course, ito yung lever arm. Yung length between the applied force and the hinge ng door. Okay, a torque is used when opening a door. A doorknob is placed far away from the turning axis at its hinges to provide more leverage. Sabi natin kanina, more leverage or the greater the leverage, the longer the leverage, the easier the task is. So, ang rason kung bakit naka-place or the location of the hinge of the door and the doorknob is placed at the maximum distance between the door is that for an easier work. So, imagine mo, ito yung door. Ito yung hinge. Hindi pwedeng nandito yung doorknob mo. O kaya nandito sa point na to. O kaya nandito sa point na to. I'm sorry. Ang doorknob natin dapat nandito sa point na to. Kasi, sabi natin kanina, the longer the leverage, the easier the work. Kaya nandito. So, kung nandito yung kung nandito yung doorknob natin, mahihirapan tayong i-open, i-push, or i-pull yung door. Okay, the direction of your applied force is important. In opening a door, you push perpendicular. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo, ito yung door, but when you are pushing it, it has to be perpendicular to the plane of the door. So, ito yung, I'm not really good at drawing, but you can just imagine that if this is the door, the hinge is here, the doorknob is here, the force that you are applying is perpendicular to the plane of the door, or it is perpendicular to the lever arm itself. So, gaya ng nakikita natin dito, ito si force. Itong nandito ang force natin. Ito yung applied force, either pinush or pinul yan. Ito si lever arm. So, kung i-elaborate natin yung illustration, ito yung force, ito yung lever arm. Ito yung lever arm. So, they are perpendicular or at 90 degree, at exactly 90 degree. So, when a perpendicular force is applied, the lever arm is the distance between the doorknob and the edge with the hinges. So, lagi niyong tatandaan, kailangan ng perpendicular na force. Kita niyo yan? Yung symbol na yan. Kailangan ng perpendicular na force para magkaroon ng torque. Okay. Okay. Just an additional, ganito yung ni torque, tau. Ganyan, may paarte siyang T. So, ang ginagamit na symbol is either FL or F times R. Kahit anong gamitin nyo yan, kung saan kayo comfortable, it's just okay. But sometimes, we can see na may formulang ganito. F sine theta times L or R. Ngayon, bakit siya may sine? Kasi tinitignan minsan yung angle. Kung mapapansin mo, sabi natin dito 90 degree. 90 degree, the sine theta of a 90 degree is always equal to 1. So, hindi na natin kailangang ilagay kung 90 degree or perpendicular naman yung force dito. Ngayon, kung hindi perpendicular yung force, say example, parallel siya, magiging 180 yung value ng angle natin. So, sine theta 180 degrees equal to 0. So, there's no torque at all because if you multiply anything by 0, it will always be equal to 0. So, ganun ang mangyayari. Now, when the force is perpendicular, the distance from the turning axis to the point of contact is called the lever arm. Lagi niyong tatandaan yon. If this is the force, then this is the lever arm. This is the lever arm. So, ngayon, kung hindi naman right angle, sinabi ko kanina, kaya natin gagamitin yung sine theta na formula. If the force is not at right angle to the lever arm, then only the perpendicular component of the force will contribute to the torque. So, yung perpendicular lang yung kukunin natin. And here, sabi niya, if a force is not perpendicular or at 90 degree with the lever arm, then the force is not contributing to the force. So, yung force na hindi perpendicular doon sa lever arm, hindi siya kasali or hindi siya counted na force contributing to torque.
So, the longer the handle, of course, the greater the leverage. At take note, it is easier. Easier daw ang task according to torque concept. Easier ang task when we talk about longer leverage. Okay, another one, the longer the handle crow bar, of course, more leverage, and then easier ulit sa
Dihin natin yung formula. Let's dig deeper doon sa formula natin. Sabi dito, the same torque can be produced by a large force with a short lever arm. So, great force and shorter lever arms, or small yung force pero longer yung lever arm natin. So for example, lagyan natin to ng that means that the product of force and lever arm is proportional to the torque, to the result of the torque kapag lalagyan natin to ng value. So let's try to put some value. Torque is equal to, for example, 2 yung force natin. Tapos ang lever arm natin ay 4. Ang torque natin would be equal to 8. Baliktarin naman natin. Babaan natin yung force, gawin nating 1, tapos habaan natin yung lever arm. So, say for example 8. So it is equal to 8, which is the same dun sa first na condition natin, kasi if the force is greater and the lever arm is shorter, and on the other hand, if the force is smaller and the lever arm is longer, it would be equal to the same torque. So remember that torque is the product between the force applied perpendicular, hindi nyo kakalimutan to perpendicular or perpendicularly and the lever arm. So ulitin ko, torque is the product between the force applied perpendicularly and the lever arm. Okay, next. Ayan. So, nelaborate natin kanina, the same force can produce different amounts of torque. So, hindi porket pareho yung force, pareho na rin yung, sabi natin to. Ito yung formula. Hindi porket pareho yung force, ay pareho na rin yung magiging torque natin. So, we have A, B, C. So, i-prove lang natin kunwari ang force natin for condition A, B, and C is equal to 3. Ayan. Tapos yung lever arm natin, sabi natin may mas mahaba dun sa A ay 1 meter, sa B ay 2 meter, at sa C ay 3 meter. So, kahit pare-pareho yung in-apply natin na force, 3 Newton, 3 times 1, 3 times 2, and 3 times 3, your torque will not be the same. Kasi hindi naman pare-pareho yung length ng lever arm mo. So, this will be 3, 6, and then 9. So, tandaan nyo, kapag nag-increase yung value ng isang variable dito, either the force or the lever arm, it would also follow na mag-i-increase din si torque. Kasi, multiplication yung pinag-uusapan natin. So, if we are going to consider this, yan, short torque, ito yung short na torque, ito yung shorter, at ito yung shortest. So, malamang ito yung may pinaka-maliit na torque at may pinaka-malaking torque. Ito, given that they have the same value for force. Kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina dito. So, again, greater torques are produced when both the force and lever arm are large. Kasi nga, the formula says you have to multiply, and it is multiplication. Okay. How about if we try to analyze this illustration here using the formula? When balanced torques act on an object, there is no change in rotation. So, of course, if the torque is equal to 0, of course, the torque is balanced and there is no change in rotation kasi nga equal siya sa 0. Okay, let's look at the figure. Okay, so nakikita nyo, the The boy is 400 Newton, so yung weight niya ay 400 Newton while the girl is 200 Newton. Hindi sila pareho ng weight, but how come that they can balance the seesaw? So it is because the boy is located 1.5 meter away from the center while the girl is located 3 meters away from the center. So dito nyo makikita that weight alone does not produce rotation. So, hindi pwedeng force lang ang magkakos ng rotation. We have to have a lever arm. We have to have a distance in between. So, a pair of torque can balance each other. So, torque na to, itong part na to dito, sa girl, sa illustration, torque na yan if you multiply. And ganon din dito sa boy, torque na to. Kaya siya magiging equal, or kaya, yung torque nila magiging equal with one another. And that means that they have a balanced torque kasi equal sila. And if they have a balanced torque, that means they can balance one another. So balance is achieved if the torque that tends to produce clockwise rotation by the boy equals the torque that tends to produce counterclockwise rotation by the girl. So, okay, kung si girl ay counterclockwise, yung isang movement ay clockwise at yung isang movement ay counterclockwise, of course, they would cancel since equal sila ng value. So, magka-cancel sila. Kung equal ng value, magka-cancel out lang din yan. Ang idea lang yan, parang kunwari, plus 1 minus 1. So, that would be 0. Ayan. So, balance siya. So, yan lang yung sinasabi niya nitong itong illustration natin. Okay. Now, let's try to prove it mathematically. So, kinuha ko tong problem na to sa learning activity sheet. So, the length of a bicycle, okay, so pardon the maingay kasi nandito ako sa school at may nagkukulidlig sa gilid ng Philab. So, for example, we have here, the length of a bicycle pedal arm is 0.12 meter and a downward force of 111 Newton is applied to the pedal by a rider's foot. Now, what is the magnitude of the torque about the pedal arm pivot point when the arm makes an angle at 30 degree, 90 degree, and 180 degree with the vertical? So, balikan natin yung formula. Tau is equal to F multiplied to lever arm. Ngayon, sinabi ko kanina na pwede na may ginagamit pa tayo kapag involve ang mga angle at degree na to. So, we have here F sin theta. Ayan, para makuha natin. Now, sabi dito with vertical. Lahat ng vertical na alignment, lagi niyo tatandaan na ang naka-associate dyan ay sin theta. Kapag naman sinabing horizontal, ang naka-associate dyan ay cosine theta. So, ito lang yung tatandaan nyo when you are calculating. Now, let's proceed. Okay, we have here a F is always equal to 100 Newton na. So, 100 Newton yung given na force. Ito yung force natin. Ito naman yung lever arm. Teka, saglit, nakalimutan ko. Lever arm. Okay, lever arm. Meron lever arm natin. So, using the formula, we proceed in calculating it. So, lagay natin si sin theta. So, subukan natin gamitin si sin theta sa lahat, even sa 90 degree na natin given. So, the A, that would be F multiplied sin theta, F sin theta multiplied to, okay, L. So, that would be 111N sin theta is equal to, I multiplied to 0.152. So, if you do the math, you put in your calculator this, this figure, we got 8.436 Newton meter. 8.4, okay, para mas malinaw, sige, sabihin ko na lang. So, if you input in your calculator, 11 N Newton, multiply to sin 30, kasi ito yung given sa letter A, sin 30. So, sin 30 dapat to. Sin 30 times 0.1 2. Yan. 11n sine 30 is equal to 55.5 Newton. Kasi sine 30 is equal to 0.5. So, 55.5 yan. I-multiply mo lang dito. Ang makukuha mo ay 8.436 Newton. Okay. How about if the letter B? Yan. Si letter B naman ngayon. Si letter B. Okay, let's have letter B. We still use the formula F sine theta multiplied to lever arm. F is equal to, as usual, 111 Newton, 111. Sine 90 degree times 0.152. Sine 90, sabi ko kanina, it's always equal to 1. So, 1 n Newton times 0.152. Kaya, sabi natin kanina, kapag perpendicular, ito na lang yung gamitin natin. Kasi, sine 90 is equal to 1 lang din naman. So, any number multiplied to 1 is equal to itself. So, simplified na tong formula na to. But for further, na given yung angle, ito ang gagamitin natin formula. So, for the second, problem, we have 16.872 Newton meter. Okay, how about the third one? Yan, sine 180 naman tayo ngayon. Okay, we have here F sine theta multiplied to L, 111 Newton, sine 180 multiplied to 0.152 meter. This would be 0. Why? Automatic na yan kasi sabi natin, sine 180 is equal to 0 and any number multiplied to 0 is equal to 0. Okay, so we're done with this. Another example. Ayan, nasa last nyo rin to. A force of 60 Newton is applied to the end of a wrench which is 12 centimeters long. So, how much torque is produced and what is the direction of the torque? So, later na natin pag-usapan yung direction, we'll just calculate. So, nandito muna tayo sa magnitude. So, gamitin natin yung formula ulit. Tau is equal to F multiplied to L. Ayan. Hindi na natin kailangang ilagay yung sin theta because based on the given figure, we know that the force is perpendicular to the lever arm. Ayan. So, tau is equal to, ilan yung force? Newton multiplied to 12 centimeter. Okay. So, we have here, ang magiging value natin, 7.2 Newton centimeter. Ayan. So, take note of the unit na ilalagay ninyo. Okay. So, for this third example, it is somehow similar with the first example na binigay ko. So, I will leave it to you, activity. Okay. Show your complete solution. I-upload ulit sa Drive. Show your complete solution, i-upload nyo ulit sa Drive. Okay, using the formulas and concept that you have learned, siguro naman maiintindihan nyo to. Okay, please don't avoid looking at the answer key sa last natin bago nyo sagutan. Sagutan nyo muna bago nyo tignan yung answer key. Okay, next one, I let you answer, I should say. Diba, sinabi ko sa inyo last time na, this one pala. Ayan, yung direction ng torque. So, tapos na tayo sa magnitude, dito na tayo sa direction. Sinabi ko sa inyo na sagutan nyo yung isang activity doon sa learning activity sheet ninyo. And, of course, may mga sumagot sa inyo out of the page, into the page. But I don't know if you really understood the concept or not, or you just copied on the, what do you call that, answer key. I'm not saying na lahat kayo, or I'm not saying naman na talagang kinopya nyo. Maybe some of you really understood the concept, but I want to make sure myself, no? Ngayon, ang gagawin nyo, determine the direction of the given illustration ulit, and you have answered it. Ngayon, ide-demo nyo. i-video na nyo yung sarili nyo. Siyempre, ilalapat nyo yung kamay nyo using the right hand rule. Ilalapat nyo yung kamay nyo doon sa may learning activity sheet nyo. Tapos, i-video nyo yung sarili nyo. And then, you have to decide, i-voice over nyo na lang to, you have to decide if the direction of the torque is clockwise or a negative torque, and counterclockwise or a positive torque. So, i-determine mo if it's clockwise. So, clockwise ba siya? Ibig sabihin, kung clockwise siya, negative torque siya. At kung counterclockwise siya, positive torque. And know that if the direction of the torque is into the page, then it is negative. So, kapag clockwise, negative torque into the page. Into the page yung direction ng force, nung torque. And kapag out naman siya sa page, out of the page yung direction ng torque nyo, that means it is rotating counterclockwise and it has a positive torque. So, yun yung tatandaan nyo. Ang una nyo muna i-determine if it's into the page or out of the page, and then you would and then, ma-determine nyo na if it's a negative torque or a positive torque, or if it rotates counterclockwise or clockwise.